We had a new episode of Into the Badlands premiere last night, Season 2, Episode 2. I'm really falling in love with this season, I'm telling you. It's unbelievable, it's incredible. There's no other show on television, I think, that has so much good sets and it's so vibrant and colorful, and it's just making me so impressed with everything we've seen this season. Plus, I'm a little surprised how much I'm enjoying the story as much as I did. I thought the story was a little flat in the first season. Some aspects didn't really hold up as much as I wanted them to. This season, it's been killer. I'm super impressed with it. Everything with Sunny and Beiji, I've fallen in love with these two dynamic. You know, you can see Beiji's this guy that we've seen before. He's, kind of the standard guy who knows his way around the world. He's known people, he's got these friends. We've seen the character in a bunch of other things before, and Nick Frost is just killing it. He's just knocking it out of the park with how he's portraying this character. I'm super impressed with everything he's done, and Sunny is just, he's come back into the fold. He hasn't done a lot of action. We had this really beautiful action sequence at the beginning when the two of them are escaping the mine. They're fighting this big Mad Max looking motherfucker, and Sunny just flips Beiji over him, knocks the guy down. Really interesting, really fun. And when they're escaping into the Badlands, you see the big wall at the end there. Beiji's going to be doing something to get them in there. I'm expecting Beiji is going to have a lot more happening in this season. He's a really nice addition to the cast. I've really liked him more than I've liked some of the other characters we've seen before, but I don't hate any of the characters. I think all the characters have their place, they have their moments, and I want to see some of them come together. I want to see MK and Sunny back, I want to see Quinn and Lydia back, I want to see all these characters back. I'm really impressed with Beiji and Sunny's relationship and dynamic, and let's be real, the scene where Beiji is eating that rat's head, just biting the head right off of it, grabs the rat out of the ground, everything. Beiji is a survivalist. I'm excited to see where Beiji's character is going to go. And Nick Frost, congrats, man. This is a role you were made to play. You're incredible. You're knocking it out of the park. Sunny and Beiji, they were not a big part of this episode. In fact, not a lot of the people were. I really liked how they've been balancing all the storylines and everything, and we finally have Lydia come back. Lydia was a character I really liked in the first season, and her relationship with Ryder, I really feel like there's something there. I know it's a mother and son relationship, beautiful dynamic. I'm a big fan of both those characters. They have a really good chemistry as a mother and son, and her fight scene when you see, I forget what they call them, cogs, I think, or I don't know, when the people come in and raid her village, and it's just like she takes them down with a bunch of the food utensils. That was incredible. That was awesome. And Lance Hendrickson, hell yes. Just seeing Lance Hendrickson in anything, it's incredible. It just makes you love the guy even more. I'm so excited he was here. Oh, man, I love him. Plus, we got Stephen Lang. Oh man, Stephen Lang. Waldo is such a cool character. Stephen Lang is one of the greatest, most underrated actors we have out there. The guy should be Cable. Just gonna say that. The guy should be Cable. And to see himself siding with the widow, that's really cool. You get the sense that he's old. He knows everything that's happening in the world. He knows everything that's happened before in the Badlands, in the barren world. He's been through a bunch of stuff. I love him. Stephen Lang's character is going to be awesome. The way he handled himself with Tilda, I think that was really good. Tilda and the widow, they weren't in this episode a lot. I was expecting more from them. Even though they weren't in it lots, I still liked every scene with them. The widow's a really compelling character. Another thing I really like about this show is I can't tell who's good and who's bad. Sure, there's some clear lines you can see with a bunch of other stuff. I view the widow as a good character, like she's a good person. She's a hero of the story almost. And Sunny is obviously a hero. MK is obviously a hero. But one that I think some people might disagree with me on, Quinn. I think Quinn is a hero. If not a hero, he's kind of chaotic neutral. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he really cares about Vale and he wants to keep her safe and do things right. He wants to be a Baron again. He wants to be in charge. He's still got a lot of followers. And I think they've really handled the color of the show so good. In the first season, Quinn was so vibrant, he was so above life, he was so big and powerful. Now he's dirty, he's old, he's gritty, he's lost his touch. It's amazing. It's really amazing how they've handled it. I'm super impressed by it. And Quinn is a really compelling character to me. I want to see more happen with him. When he baptized baby Henry in the blood, and oh man, that was so weird. And There's so many weird things happening in this series, but it all makes sense for the story, and I'm on board for everything they do. Like, it's so unique, it's so bizarre and different, but at the same time, I like it. I care about what's happening, and it makes sense to me. I don't care. It's cool. Baby Henry, it's just gonna be something else happening with that baby. I feel like it's gonna be the next true Baron or something. I don't know. Some weird stuff going on. But, when Quinn stabs the guy with the antlers for checking out Vale, that was cool. Like, he just rips off a piece of the antler, stabs him in the eye. Quinn seems like a bad character, but I think he really just wants to do good and get back into fruition, be this powerful guy again. Again, like I said with Ryder and Lydia's relationship, I love it. Lydia and Ryder, I feel like there's going to be something else happening there with those two. And there's just a lot going on in this series again. And MK is just going through so much. Every scene where he went into his own mind and fought evil MK, it looks so good. The Hall of Mirrors kind of looking thing, that was so vibrant, so beautiful. I love his purple robe. It just stands out. You can just see it from a mile away, like that's MK. Man, the Master, she's an interesting, compelling character too. I want to see more from her. And you can see, I love the piece of dialogue when MK's talking to Eve or Eva or something, and he's like, I've killed people, I've killed good people, and she's like, we've all killed people. It's like, there's something else going on with these kids, these students of the Master. They're trying to learn an ability. I want to know where this ability comes from and what it is, because you can see that the Master kind of like has this effect where she can pull MK out of like this weird trance thing. So that's really cool. It's really unique. There's no other show like this on television. There really isn't. The show is so compelling, it's so good. The action is beautiful, the choreography, the characters, the story, you just love everyone. There's going to be so much more happening in the later episodes. And something I want to talk about really quickly, they talk about the gods. I kind of like that, I didn't really get a sense of religion and that stuff, but they say stuff about the gods. So they believe in more than one god. I'd like to see maybe something about religion. Is the Master one of the gods? Is something like that? I don't know. Are the people like MK descendants of the gods? I don't know, but I'm really excited to see where the series can go and where it will end up. So that's going to do it for my review of Into the Badlands. Let me know what you guys think of this episode. I will be back next week talking more Into the Badlands. So yeah, see you in the next video and good luck.